Okay, so further to the adjectives where we left yesterday. So I say many adjectives are formed हम बहुत सारे एडजेक्टिव बनाते हैं बाय एडिंग डिफरेंट सुफिक्सेस. बहुत सारे सुफिक्सेस प्रीफिक्सेस ऐड करके हम बहुत सारे सेंटेंसेस और एडजेक्टिव्स यूज करके हम अलग अलग सेंटेंसेस बनाते हैं, राइट? एंड दे प्रेजेंट अ डिफरेंट मीनिंग, और उन सब में मीनिंग अलग अलग प्रेजेंट होता है. सो कैसे? सो इफ आई से आई एम एडिंग, so the word is full, so I'm adding full. So what adjective can I make? Can I use the word shameful, right? Can I use the word faithful? Can I use the word careful? Okay, so what are the sentences that we can make out of this? Shameful. He has done a shameful exercise. So that's shameful, right? Now, what sentence can you make with faithful? So I say, uh, 15th August, say 1947, was a fateful day for our country. Okay. What sentence can we make by using careful? What if I say, be careful, there are dangers all around. आसपास बहुत सारे dangers हैं. So these are by using full. Then there can be sentences using less. So if I say use the word less, so what it can be? I can make the adjectives. I can say fearless. I can say useless. I can also say painless. So what sentence can I make out of fearless? So if I say a fearless person is the winner in the world. So जो fearless person है वो इस दुनिया में एक winner है. Useless. So what sentence can we make out of useless? So I say, it is useless to advise him. So I say it is useless to advise him. Yeah. So it is useless to advise him. Next is painless. So what can I use? How can I use this word painless? I can say he has undergone a painless surgery. Okay, so this is how we use the word less. There are few other words जो suffix use होते हैं. For example, I add OUS. OUS. So how can we use OUS? Can we say adventurous? Can we say precious? So adventurous. He is an adventurous driver. Precious. So I can say gold is a precious metal, right? So he's an adventurous driver. Gold is a precious metal. Next, AL. How do we use AL? Typical, traditional. So typical. What is typical meant by? So I say he is a person of typical character. So he's a person of typical character. Next is traditional. So I say she is supposed to perform a traditional dance, right? So typical. I can also use the word ISH. He has a girlish look. So girlish. ISH use करके हमने क्या sentence बनाया? We made it girlish. Next, what else it can be? He has a childish behavior. So childish, ठीक है? Girlish, childish. So I can say he wears a stylish dress. So he wears a stylish dress, right? Next, IBLE. You might be using these words regularly. So if I say God is invincible, God is invincible. Okay. I can say it is impossible to live forever. It is impossible to live forever, right? So this is how we used impossible. Next is able. Able. How can we use the word able? So we say he is capable of driving. He is capable of driving. Okay, if I want to use it, I can say he is capable of driving in rough terrains. So जो rough terrains है वो उसमें drive करने के लिए capable है. In rough terrains, I bought a washable coat. So I bought a washable coat, right? Malaria is a curable disease. Malaria is a curable disease. So if I use only Y, it is cloudy day today. So I have only added Y. So what did I make the sentence? I said it is a cloudy day today. आज का दिन cloudy है. I can also say it is noisy here. Okay. I can also say it is noisy here. IVE. So can you think of few sentences with IVE? Few words rather with IVE. So the words can be defective. defensive. It can be attentive as well. So teachers like attentive students. Teachers like attentive students. Defective. Defective goods can be returned. Right? So this is how we can use these words. Next, I am using ly. Okay, we missed the, it could be G here. GHIJ. So we start with J here and we start with ly. Yeah. So ly, he gives me a friendly advice. वो मेरे को friendly advice देता है. So he gives me a friendly advice. Next. So ly. What are the other ly words? I can afford to buy the costly house. Right? So these are the sentences with ly. With K. So you might have heard few words ending with IC. Like you may have used it in basic. You might have used in while you were talking about patriotic, right? So he is a man of great patriotic spirit. ठीक है, खूब patriotic spirit है उस बंदे में. So he is a man of great patriotic spirit. I can also say he understands the basic. So IC आ गया ना, basic principles of life. He understands the basic principles of life. So there are few warnings also written. Like you might have heard about, don't smoke. Don't smoke at public places. Right? So these are few sentences, these are few words which we basically construct the adjectives through these words. Right? So adjectives can also be used as complements. किसको? Complements to verbs. Adjectives, बहुत सारे adjectives ऐसे होते हैं जो verb के complement में use होते हैं, complement करते हैं हम basically. कैसे? For example, if I say he appeared sad, so we are complimenting it. Sad तो है ही है. He appeared sad. मेरे को लगा कि वो sad है, right? So it is complimenting. Next, he turned white in fear. डर से वो white हो गया. Fear, डर से वो white हो गया. If I say he went mad. So these are few sentences जिसमें वो compliment करता है. Let me write few more. So I say she lay unconscious on her bed for 3 hours, right? So unconscious, ये verb को complement करती हैं चीजें. I can also say it is getting dark. So these are all the words जो primarily किसी भी verb को complement करते हैं. Okay, so I can say many adjectives can be used immediately before the nouns. Immediate. So बहुत सारे ऐसे adjectives हैं जो immediate before the nouns हम use कर सकते हैं. कौन से nouns? जिनको वो modify करते हैं. Such use is attributive use. So ये उसका attribute है basically, right? Sometimes adjectives are used after the verbs के बाद, and they are not immediately followed by nouns. So sometimes adjectives are used after the verbs के बाद use होते हैं, and they are not immediately followed by nouns. क्या बोलते हैं हम उनको? Such are known as predicative use. Predicative बोलते हैं हम उनको. So if I say he is tall, so this is predicative. And if I say he is a tall boy, this becomes attributive. This becomes attributive. I can also say the adjectives which should be used attributively. बहुत सारे ऐसे एडजेक्टिव्स हैं जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ एट्रीब्यूटिवली ही यूज होते हैं, अदरवाइज प्रेडिक्टिवली वो यूज नहीं होते. सो कौन से हैं? इफ आई से he is a heavy smoker, so he is a heavy smoker, ये एट्रीब्यूटिवली ही यूज होगा, इट विल नेवर बी यूज्ड प्रेडिक्टिवली. अगर मैं इसको चेंज करना चाहूं, द स्मोकर इज हैवी, सो इट गिव्स अनदर मीनिंग, राइट? Adjectives which are used predictively, only predictively. ऐसे कौन से adjectives हैं जो हम predictively ही use कर पाएंगे? For example, I say I am afraid of snakes, right? So I can say I was ashamed of his behavior, right? So these are the sentences जो सिर्फ predictively ही use होंगे. अगर आप उनको अगर आप उनको attributively use करना चाहोगे, it will be a wrong choice. You may not be able to use them attributively.